Power tools use many ball bearings to allow various components to rotate. Over time, a ball bearing will wear and begin to fail. A bearing that is failing will usually give warning, often with a squeaking or squealing sound. Replacing a ball bearing is a repair that you can do yourself, and I'm going to show you how.
Hi, I'm Mark Socha.
Do-it-yourself repairs like these are easier than you might think. From lawn machines to cordless drills, kitchen mixers,
Outdoor grills.
our how-to videos walk you through each repair from start to finish. So doing it yourself means never having to do it alone.
Let's get started.
I'll begin by removing the base from the router. With the base removed, I'll remove the collet. Next, I'll remove the top cover from the router motor. And I'll remove the slide switch from the speed selector. Now I'll remove the expansion screw that secures the upper bearing to the armature shaft. I'll place a large socket over the lower shaft. I'll hold onto the socket to prevent the shaft from rotating, and then use an Allen wrench to remove the expansion screw. Now I'll remove the tension springs from the motor brushes. I'll pull the spring back and place it off to the side on the housings. Now I'll remove the screws that secure the upper motor housing to the lower. Now remove the lower bearing cover. Now I need to remove the collet shaft. I'll use a socket mounted on an impact gun to do that. I'll hold the commutator so it doesn't rotate, place the socket over the shaft, and now I can remove it. Now I'll use a rubber mallet to remove the armature from the lower bearing. Now I'll remove the lower bearing from the housing. To do that, I'll use a socket that fits just onto the race on the inside of the housing. Now I'll use my rubber mallet to tap the bearing out. Now I'll install the new lower bearing. I'll place it into the housing and use a punch to carefully tap the bearing in on the outer race. I want to be careful not to strike the bearing shield. Now I'll reinstall the lower bearing cover. Now I'll reinstall the armature. Now I'll reinstall the collet spindle. Now I'll reinstall the filled and upper motor housing. Now I'll reinstall the expansion screw to secure the upper bearing to the armature shaft. Now I'll move the brush tension spring back onto the brush. Now I can replace the speed selector switch and the top motor cover. And I'll finish up by reinstalling the collet and attaching the motor to the base. And now you know how to install a new bearing in your power tool. Be sure to check back often for new videos and expert advice. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up
And leave a comment.